magic can quietly kill you, that vampires exist only in movies, and that demons are mere psychological dysfunctions. Completely inaccurate, but much more comfortable. Despite the relative levels of denial, my face heated up. I hate it when people laugh at me. An old, quiet hurt mixed in with my nervousness, and I struggled to maintain the suppression spell. Yeah, I said spell. See, I really am a wizard. I do magic. I've run into vampires and demons and a lot of things in between, and I've got the scars to show for it. The problem was that technology doesn't seem to enjoy coexisting with magic. When I'm around, computers crash, light bulbs burn out, and car alarms start screaming in warbling, drunken voices for no good reason. I'd worked out a spell to suppress the magic I carried with me, at least temporarily, so that I might at least have a chance to keep from blowing out the studio lights and cameras or setting off the fire alarms. It was delicate stuff by its very nature, and extremely difficult for me to hold in place. So far, so good, but I saw the nearest cameraman wince and jerk his headset away from his ear. Whining feedback sounded tinnily from the headset. I closed my eyes and reined in my discomfort and embarrassment, focusing on the spell. The feedback died away. "Well then," Larry said, after half a minute of happy talk. "Morty, you've been a guest on the show several times now. Would you care to tell us a little bit about what you do?" Mortimer widened his eyes and whispered, "I see dead people." The audience laughed. "But seriously, mostly I conduct seances, Larry," Mortimer said. "I do what I can to help those who have lost a loved one or who need to contact them in the beyond in order to resolve issues left undone back here on Earth. I also offer a prediction service in order to help clients make decisions on upcoming issues and try to warn them against possible danger." "Really?" Larry said. "Could you give us a demonstration?" Mortimer closed his eyes and rested the fingertips of his right hand on the spot between his eyes. Then, in a hollow voice, he said, "The spirits tell me that 2 more guests will soon arrive." The audience laughed, and Mortimer nodded at them with an easy grin. He knew how to play a crowd. Larry gave Mortimer a tolerant smile. "And why are you here today?" "Larry, I just want to try to raise public awareness about the realm of the psychic and paranormal. Nearly 80% of a recent survey of American adults stated that they believed in the existence of the spirits of the dead, in ghosts. I just want to help people understand that they do exist, and that there are other people out there who have had strange and inexplicable encounters with them." "Thank you, Morty." "And Harry. May I call you Harry?" "Sure, it's your nickel," I responded. Larry's smile got a shade brittle. "Can you tell us a little bit about what you do?" "I'm a wizard," I said. "I find lost articles, investigate paranormal occurrences, and train people who find themselves struggling with a sudden development of their own abilities." "Isn't it true that you also consult for the Special Investigations Department at Chicago PD?" "Occasionally," I said. I wanted to avoid talking about SI if I could. The last thing CPD would want was to be advertised on the Larry Fowler Show. Many police departments across the country employ such consultants when all other leads have failed. "And why are you here today?" "Because I'm broke and your producer is paying double my standard fee." The crowd laughed again, more warmly. Larry Fowler's eyes flashed with an impatient look behind his glasses, and his smile turned into a gnashing of teeth. "No, really, Harry. Why?" "For the same reasons as Morty here," I answered. Which was true. I'd come here to meet Mort and get some information from him. He'd come here to meet me because he'd refused to be seen near me on the street. I guess you could say I don't have the safest reputation in the world. "And you claim to be able to do magic," Larry said. "Yeah." "Could you show us?" Larry prompted. "I could, Larry, but I don't think it's practical." Larry nodded and gave the audience a wise look. "And why is that?" "Because it would probably wreck your studio equipment." "Of course," Larry said. He winked at the audience. "Well, we wouldn't want that, would we?" There was more